Frederick Douglass was an American social reformer, abolitionist, orator, author, and statesman. He was born into slavery in Maryland before making his way to Massachusetts, where he rose to prominence as an abolitionist movement leader on a national and international scale. In addition to his 3 autobiographies, Douglass was well known for his powerful speeches and writing. He went to Europe to give a speech on the growing abolitionist movement, and his English supporters bought him out of slavery. Throughout his life, Douglass remained dedicated to social justice and improvement in the African American community. He provided some guidance to President Andrew Johnson and Abraham Lincoln on the Civil Rights War and black suffrage. Hello and welcome to today's presentation on the life and legacy of prominent individuals who have shaped our history and our society. I am Obehi Ewanfo, author of the Storytelling series and host of the Obehi podcast. If you are a small business owner or a content entrepreneur who want to build your influence and stand out for the noise out there, then join us at A Classes Academy with dozens of online training classes to level up. We are available at aclasses.org. You can also reach out to me at obehi.ewanfo.com, where you can take advantage of our storytelling service. Elevate with storytelling. You never want to be just another content entrepreneur or a small business owner out there, because you can be intentional by owning your voice and leveraging it to your advantage, irrespective of where you might start today. I like to say that we can see far ahead of us because we stand on the shoulders of giants, and one of such giants is Frederick Douglass. But how did he begin with his life? Let's find out more. Frederick Douglass was about 6 years old when he was taken to live in Colonel Leon's home plantation, wine house. And Leon's plantation, according to an article on Frederick Douglass at Britannica.com, functioned like a small town. That was where the young Douglass found himself among several other enslaved children, and they competed for food and other things on the plantation. In 1826, when he was about 8 years old, he was sent to live with Hugh and Sophia Odd at Fed Point, Baltimore. Douglass would continue in this series of transfers until he eventually escaped from slavery in New Bedford, and then started to work with the American Anti-Slavery Society. One of his best quotes is, "I will unite with anybody to do right and with nobody to do wrong." How did Douglass manage to stand out from the rest? When he learned how to read, he became an avid reader and continued to refine his mind and his speaking ability throughout his adult life. His eloquent argumentation and articulation in both writing and spoken words would earn him recognition as one of the top voices in the anti-slavery movement and amongst the influential figures of the time. On February 20, 1895, Douglass died in his Cedar Hill home. Helena P. Douglass, his second wife, established the Frederick Douglass Memorial and Historical Association to preserve his legacy after his death. She bequeathed the group, the house, and all its belongings in her will. In 1962, Cedar Hill became a part of the National Park System, and in 1988, it was designated as a Frederick Douglass National History Site. To make its work more accessible to the public, both local and the internet user, the U.S. Library of Congress has digitized Frederick Douglass paper, which consists of correspondence, lecture, including personal documents. In conclusion, Douglass needs to be remembered as an American national hero who fought for equality and social justice for all. He bravely contested social prejudice against African America through his writing, speeches, and images. Today, Frederick Douglass is seen not just for his fight against slavery in American society, in urging the nation to uphold its principles and protect the rights of all its citizens. Your takeaway: as a man or woman, you need to take up the challenge of shaping your own image in your society, because no one is coming to do it for you. In the word of Douglass himself, knowledge makes a man unfit to be a slave. So make your own choice and stick to it, knowing of course that you can rise and fall by them. But at least you know where you stand instead of a mere wayfarer who is simply following the followers. Want to learn more about the power of storytelling? Start by downloading a free chapter of the storytelling series at obeheyenwanfo.com/freebookchapter. If you are in business or at the head of an organization and you want to take it to the next level, then consider checking out our storytelling service, Elevate with Storytelling. So take the right step and we'll pick it up from there.